What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about an update on our technical analysis video. So I did a first video on a technical analysis showing you guys a bunch of stocks that I'm looking to purchase, and a lot of the stocks have run up the last 2 days. So please don't forget to secure your profits and put on stop losses. So I'm just going to go over the stocks and then show you guys the profits that we've made. Congrats on those that took a position. And then I'm going to go ahead and go over some requests. So I had a few requests. People DM me on Twitter requesting me to review certain stocks. So before we go ahead and get started, just going to go ahead and show you guys SOS. This stock was called out on Twitter at 558. I took a position at 558 and I had multiple targets. So 34%, 64%, and 84%. And I told you guys that Bitcoin was in an area where it was most likely going to hit 62,000 and bounce down. Now I'll just show you guys right here what we've made so far. We went up all the way to about 58%, and currently the stock did go down to 49%. So if you are holding the stock and you did purchase at the entry, you'd be up about 49%. And I did call this on Finance 24/7 on Twitter. On March 8th, I literally put out exactly the prices I'm buying at and the targets, etc., and have been keeping you guys updated along the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. So Finance, in regards to the stock, I'm probably gonna cash out because of Bitcoin. It is reversing right now. Bitcoin is in a little tough area. It's at a break or make area, so there's still some possibility the move could still run back up because stimulus checks are coming back in. People are going to start investing in it. So we have here EBON. EBON was purchased at about the breakout. So I was looking at it here. I didn't purchase it until about 685. I secured some profits, a little bit of profits at 850. And when I seen this run up, I told you guys right here in that video 2 days ago, the target is in this purple area, and what happened, it literally hit that purple area. So I'm going to show you guys right here. So from 685, it's 87, but it doesn't matter. You could have made up to 85% profit. If you did end up selling somewhere in the purple, you would have probably made about 78, even if you sold, so 72 to 78%. Right now, the stock is still up 63%, so there's a long way to go. I would probably set your stop loss somewhere right here at the $10 mark, so you do secure your profits in case Bitcoin decides to go down and crash on us. The next stock that I went ahead and mentioned was CCNC. So CCNC didn't do as good as the other two stocks, but we're still up on it. I might honestly just cash out on this one and just move on. Right here. So it's about 7-8%. It's still pretty good. The target was for like 50%, but it doesn't matter. There's still the bullish diversions, and the diversions has finally confirmed on the 4 hours, so there's probably still room to run. It's still pretty early on the daily, so this one's either going to be a patient one or just cash out, or maybe just put a stop loss right at your entry so you don't lose anything on the stock. And as you can see right here, BTC, sorry, right here. So it hit that 62, almost 62 mark right here, a little bit under 62, started going down. Right now we're at a break or make area. We have to be able to hold that 52k area. So that 52k, if we go below 52k, it is bearish, and there is bearish diversions right here. So you made a higher low and a lower high, so that is a bad sign. However, with stimulus checks coming in, they could easily reverse and break that previous resistance. So that's it for Bitcoin. Now let's go into the other stocks that I've talked about. There's a couple more. We have DMTK. This one did really well, and I had a couple people message me thanking me for this. Right here, we purchased at about 49.61. The stock went up to about 24-25%, and it's currently retraced back to 21%. So we're still up at 21% profit because there was hidden bullish diversions on here. So a higher low and a lower high on this stock. So that's a very good sign. It hasn't hit the target yet. You could still probably hold this one, considering that the daily hasn't confirmed, and it isn't showing much weakness on the 4-hour as of yet. So that's it for DMTK. DCPH, this one right here, I did not take a trade. I didn't do an official trade out on it yet, but I believe when we did talk about in the video, it was probably give or take in the same area. So this one has barely moved. It is showing signs of weakness. It hasn't confirmed that the run is done, but it is showing some weakness on the 4-hour. So I'd be careful on those and make sure you set your stop losses. And then the last one that we talked about was NVAX. So NVAX, I did mention there was a continuation to the upside. As you could see right here, not a trend line. It is up about 10%. I think I didn't even call, the video wasn't even that high. You're probably about like 7 something percent. Target is about 17%. Honestly, if you could always cash out, don't forget to cash out or at least set your stop losses. It hasn't confirmed yet, so I think it still looks pretty bullish on the daily, and the 4-hour there's no sign of weakness. So it does look pretty strong still, and it does look like there's going to be a continuation on the upside. So that's it for the stocks that I've mentioned in the episode 1 for the technical analysis. Now, these are just not official plays I'm probably gonna do, but it's just what people requested me to look into, and there's, I think, one, like there's a couple of them that are pretty good. So I have here TLRY. TLRY needs to break this resistance if you want to get in, and then you could probably purchase it right here and then set a stop loss somewhere here and target the high end at 55. But what I would do is I would put target 1 about $38, target 2 about $42, maybe a third target at 47 before you hit that 55. So you have a potential of making about 18%, 25%, 38%, and then all the way up to 74% if it's very bullish. But I wouldn't probably be too greedy on this unless it's a full breakout, and just don't forget to set your stop losses. So this one isn't too bad. TDOC, this one looks pretty good. So I've actually got into this one prior. I think it was right here. I'm holding a small position, nothing too big, at about 195 or 196. It went down, didn't hit my stop loss yet, and it's starting to reverse back up. There's no hidden bullish diversions, nothing, just the MACD is finally starting to cross over on the 4-hour and on the daily. So the daily had hidden bullish diversion, so a higher low and then a lower high on the stock itself. So it does look good. I would probably target right here the 232, don't get too greedy, or even 228. And then it's basically for a 30% move, but if you were to target just the resistance to play it safe, you would make about 18%. I wouldn't jump into this stock unless unless it reverses back down, and then I'd probably jump in, and just make sure you set your stop losses so you don't take too much of a hit. And then there's 2 more stocks I wanted to mention. So the first one is FUBO. FUBO is looking good. There isn't too much on the daily. It is looking like it's getting ready to reverse on the upside, and nothing. Yeah, you could possibly draw this. So you got it like that, and yeah, so you could do this. It's actually hit, so you have a lower high and a higher low. So this looks really good as long as you could hold this level right here. Well, yeah, I would honestly, if you were to get in, I would probably try to get in near the 31s if you can, just so it's easier to do it's easier to manage your risk, because you could put a stop loss literally like at 27, 28. And then probably what I would target would be right here at about 43, or even target just $40 to play it safe. And then yeah, there's a little gap to fill, so it might fill and hit that $40 mark, and you can make quick profits on FUBO. So the FUBO is not bad. Whoever requested that one, that was pretty good. And then we have here Apple. Apple isn't bad. What I would do if you were to buy into Apple, I would wait. Usually it would dip in the morning and start it would be really high in the morning and start dipping later during the day. So I'd purchase in the day and sell in the mornings, especially in pre-market. It doesn't always do that, as if today was the opposite, but typically that's what it would do. I'd probably try to buy here at the 120s and sell at the 126. Yeah, so I'd probably do that and try to make a quick 5%. About Apple, why I think it could reverse is right here. So the daily is starting to reverse. Not much you could do with the MACDs, but it is starting to reverse. But I wanted to also mention is the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ right here, I think it was on the 4-hour I saw it. Okay, so on the 4-hour, yeah, you could probably argue that you have a inverse head and shoulders right here, right here, and either here or here, but I'd probably do this one right here. So it does look good. It looks like the NASDAQ is getting ready to reverse onto the upside, and it will test this resistance right here, that 132.96. So there's quite some way to go, and this is going to push up all those tech stocks. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the requests and for the stocks that I've purchased. I haven't really found a good stock in the last 2 days. I'm probably just going to cash out on the stocks that I have purchased and start looking again for new stocks. If I do find new stocks, I will definitely make another video with I'll definitely make another technical analysis video for you guys. But please comment down or DM me on Twitter, and I could go ahead and do some technical analysis for any stocks that you guys are holding right now. That's pretty much it for this episode. Thank you and peace out, guys.